So on this week's 802, we are joined by a friend of mine who has lately released some music into the interwebs, and we are gagging to hear more. So on this week's 802, we welcome to you my friend Corey Cooper, also known as Worsley. Corey, how you doing?
Hi, I'm great,
Hi,
thanks. How are you both?
we're good, I think, apart from Daniel, who's like always sad and depressed.
I am perfectly fine and happy today. I just had a few things I needed to get off my chest, which I've done. And now we're here with Corey. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a few chats. We're going to throw a few questions at him, see what's
Yes,
happening. Have
indeed,
a good
Great.
time.
indeed. No, before we get into it, Corey, I don't wanna like say something wrong because I always get stuff wrong. Would you rather me call you by your artistry name or the name I know you as? Because I don't want to be like you go and victimize me and be like you call me by the wrong thing, and then I have to get sued and I have to go in prison and suck some dick to survive. You know.
I mean, I feel like you'd be happy with that. So,
Oh, you see, every person coming to this podcast is always ready to read me. What have I done? What have I done? God, I'm
see,
just trying to
it's a
be.
bit of an awkward thing. I don't know. Like, do I want to be called Corey or do I want to be called Woseley? Um,
What do you want to be called in bed? That just had to put you in this spot. I love it. Do you know? You know where you're coming. This. You know what you when it's going to this podcast. You know we're just going to throw stuff at you, and you just have to
Great.
say.
I'm not prepared already at all. I'm really not. I'm really not.
Oh
Same
God. Well,
thing.
No,
Well, I
call me
can.
Corey. That's fine.
That's fine. Well, I have to admit this. I've seen you progress from seeing you at concerts and shows, and you liking all the vocal abilities of your favorite stars, and now to see you releasing your own song and music, it's incredible. And I just want to learn more, like what has been the like what has your career path been so far to lead you to your release of your latest single.
Thank you. Um, Do you know, it's just been a whole lot of everything, if I'm entirely honest. I've just kind of thrown my hand to as many things as I possibly could, especially a few years ago,
Hmm.
to just try my hand at as many different kind of things as I could and see where I felt I fit and see where I could kind of find my voice and find my sound and
Yeah.
see kind of where I could see myself growing.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, as you've said, I've done a lot of kind of weddings and christenings, corporate events, functions. I've done a few of the Pride gigs and stuff as well. So I've been really
Yeah.
fortunate. I played Leeds Pride, Coventry Pride, Hertfordshire Pride, um, and yes, and then I've done some of the pre-shows at Birmingham Arena as well for the Weekend and Ariana Grande. So I've had some like absolutely amazing gigs over the last few years, and so it feels really nice to finally be stepping into my own now and actually, singing my own songs as opposed to singing other people's songs and covers and stuff. It's so surreal, so
Yeah.
surreal.
Oh, that's amazing. You know what? It's nice because I remember like I was at that concert when you sang for the weekend, and I was like, wait, hold up. Is that the Corey I know? And I was like, no, bitch, I am not gonna fangirl. No, I am not that boy. And then I was like, no, I don't know her. It was a very Mariah moment. I was like, I don't know who that is. That's not my friend. But I was very proud of you. So, Paradise. Tell us more about the inspiration because I could see the numbers are flying up the charts, and I'm very proud. So please tell
Ah,
me the inspiration behind Paradise.
thank you. So the inspiration behind Paradise, it started off as a little kind of ditty, I guess, that my friend had sent me. Um,
Hmm.
and she sent it to me and she said, "Oh, is there anything you think you could do with this?" Next thing you know, Paradise was born. And it's funny because when I listen back to the thing that my friend sent me, it sounds nothing like that at all, which is hilarious.
Hmm.
But it just tells a story of kind of just coming into your own and realizing that you too can be like a force and somebody that's desired, somebody that's lust after, um, and somebody that like means business. Do you know what I mean? In
Yeah.
that kind of sultry, sexual kind of way. That's the idea behind it.
Yeah, because on first listen, I just get like that whole, it takes me back to like Aaliyah and Timbaland and like a writing camp, that sultry
Wow.
90s
Thank
vibe. And
you.
I was like, all right, cool. I'm feeling the fantasy. And I was like, all right, so Corey has clearly done his homework because I know cause since I've known you, I know for a fact you're a massive fan of pop, massive fan of R&B, and that's kind of been like the things that, kind of drive you. So when I heard Paradise for the first time, I could feel that energy from you doing your homework and listening to your inspirations, whoever they might be. I know one of them must be like Whitney Houston or something, right?
That
Or
is
Aaliyah.
amazing.
I
Thank
think
you. Of
I feel like I
course.
get that.
Of
So I kind
course.
of figured when a Paradise was out, I was like, right, because I saw all of your friends like talking about it. I was like, right, Corey has new music on. That's how I knew. I was like, let me just double check, and I listened, and I was like, okay, all right, I feel the fantasy. So well done with that. And I can see it like climbing up the iTunes chart. So I'm sure that must be an incredible feeling.
It
But
really does.
my question is like, because we're in lockdown and we can't really do much at the moment. Are you playing any feature shows coming up soon, like with new music, like any live streams in the future?
So at the moment, I actually don't have anything scheduled in, because obviously we've been in lockdown. It means that myself, like so many others, have lost a lot of work. I
Hmm.
was due to play quite a few gigs over the course of summer, a couple more of the
Hmm.
Pride festivals and stuff, and then I had another gig scheduled in the Midlands this Saturday as well, and
Hmm.
everything's just obviously gone, which is a shame. It's a shame for the industry as a whole.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that with music out now and with my own solo stuff out, I can start to push and secure some of those gigs ready for next year as well. I
Yes.
envision there to be a lot of gigs next year.
Yeah, like start plugging yourself now. Like
Hmm.
make those pages, make that email everyone that
That's
for.
right.
Um, so I know for a fact there's a brand new radio station your side, from the Black Country called Coaches FM. So I'm hoping that I tune in one day and they play your music and be like, that's my friend. So
So yeah, that's what's amazing. It has
start
actually been
pushing your stuff
played.
out. Oh,
It
amazing.
has, yeah. So I've got two of my friends are on. They're presenters. They do the Saturday morning show. They're called Bally and Mike.
Hmm.
And so we worked out that they had the exclusive first play of the single a
Oh,
week before
incredible.
its release, and then
Hmm.
they played it this Saturday as well. So we're just trying to get it in circulation at the moment to get it across all of the other radio shows. But they have it, so they definitely have it, and it's there. We're just going to get them to try and start playing it now.
Oh, amazing, amazing.
Thank you.
Well, this is just my last question before I turn you over to Daniel. So for now that Paradise is out and the feedback has been incredible from what I could see, what's your future plans for EPs, albums, and stuff like that? Are we expecting more from Woseley in the coming months, or should we just expect to see you on this massive world tour and I'll be like a groupie outside the gate, like, hey, can I have the free merch, bitch?
Imagine, absolutely imagine.
Imagine.
No, so you definitely will see a heck of a lot more from me. I'm
Hmm.
not letting kind of fear hold me back anymore. That was something that I was very adamant to myself to say that I'm not going to let the fear hold me back anymore. And I've actually had Paradise for a little while and just kind of sat with it and not done anything with it. So as
Hmm.
of today, so we're recording today on Tuesday, and the video for
Hmm.
Paradise will be out tonight, which will be great.
Oh, lovely.
And then over the
Yes.
next few weeks and months, you'll kind of see and hear me across as many other things as you can. We've got kind of magazines and press and just a lot of promo coming up, which is great. We've
Hmm.
got the next single is almost in the finished stages as well. We just need to shoot a video for that, so that'll be great. And then there'll be an EP to follow next year as well. So there's a heck of a lot coming, which is great, and it makes me feel really great as well. The time is now, so I'm feeling really
That's
good.
good. That's good. Take it, own it, and run with it. So before I switch over to Daniel, I just want to know: did you get your complimentary snacks on board the 802 this afternoon, or did Daniel not give you anything?
Yeah, no, Daniel didn't give me anything at all. I'm
Oh,
kind of
well,
kind of
bitch. Well, you
disappointed.
know what? You're going to have to send a heavy worded email to the 802 podcast in bold letters. Please CC Daniel because that is the mess that. So every single time a guest comes on the show, they are given a complimentary pack of peanuts that are ready salted. But I don't know. Are you allergic to anything, Corey? Because your Instagram says it may
You
contain
guys are so
nuts.
rude.
So I'm just making sure.
That is the rudest thing I've ever. Yes, I am. I'm allergic to peanuts.
You see, this is why. All right, so this is the good thing is, so we're lucky. If we
So-
had give you peanuts, something would have happened. So that would,
Nick, now here's the difference between me and you. When I bring a guest and all I ask you to do is provide the snacks, you don't do any research. You just don't go out and get the snacks and you don't give them to our guest. But when you provide a guest and it's my responsibility to provide them with the complimentary peanuts, I do my research. So I understood in advance that Corey was allergic to peanuts and therefore would not appreciate them. So I did not get them to him.
You were
That is
trying
the
to-
difference between you and me.
you were trying to
See,
read
Nick.
me on this podcast
You
this
see,
afternoon.
Nick.
I feel very seen. No, I am leaving. Bye. It's been lovely. Thanks for coming.
Hi, I'm Corey, and I'm the new host of 802.
You see, everybody's crying for this fucking gig. I am out of this. I have no more to say.
Corey, we need to stop Nick talking, so I'm going to ask the next questions. Now, you mentioned music video. I just want to know whether you're looking for two fairly attractive young brown boys to play video vixens in the background.
Oh, it's not us, by the way. It's only me, not Daniel.
If it's not you guys, yes. If it is you guys, no.
Is there? Can you kick someone out the recording? Can you just like end the recording now?
I'll kick you out. Right. Let me just mute Nick. Go on, Corey. You were talking.
No, it's fine. Do you know what? I am actually looking for dancers. So when this podcast comes out, if there are any dancers out there that want to be in music videos, you can hit me up on all my socials. They're at Woseley, WOSLEY __.
Now, what if you're looking for somebody who can't dance, like has never had any professional dance training,
Have you ever watched Friends?
Yes.
Do you know that scene that you just said? I haven't even had any
Yeah.
professional dance training. No, is it just me talking absolute crap? Sorry.
No, I'm glad you got it because that's literally what I was saying.
Yes.
Like, I want to be Jennifer Coolidge in the background of one of your videos.
She's like
I'm
the queen of all queens.
She's so good. She's so good. Corey, what's your go-to karaoke song?
Oh, amazing question. Do you know what? If I'm really honest, I love karaoke, but I hate karaoke. I feel so much pressure when I'm doing karaoke because I'm a singer anyway. I'm like, do I sing just joking around? Like, do I actually sing as if I would sing? Do I do a Whitney Houston song? Do I like just mess around and do like Spice Girls? I never know. And I feel so much pressure. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing karaoke. That's really sad, isn't it?
I'm not shocked by that because every singer I know, if we go to karaoke, they're always the last ones to be like, oh no, I just don't, I'm not going to do it. And I think it's because like, if people know you can, they expect something of you and the pressure's on. Whereas if you're a bit more like me, who cannot, like, I can't find a note if it was just me and the note in an empty room. Like,
Oh dear.
whereas I can get up on that thing. I can give you a little Ronan Keating number. I can tell you the smile on your face, the truth in your eyes.
You
I love a bit of Ronan
when
Keating.
you say nothing at all. Oh my god, yes, I could see you doing a Ronan Keating. Yes, here for it.
I think Ronan Keating's a good one because you don't have to sing like you. You can just pretend to be Ronan Keating.
Exactly.
Anyone where you can like put on a voice and you're just like, oh, like this isn't actually my singing voice. This is me doing Ronan Keating. Then it becomes like it's like a nice, interesting, fun thing. But go on, I'm putting you on the spot. I'll set the scene. We're on holiday. We're in an all-inclusive. There we go. We're in an all-inclusive Spanish villa. We've gone to karaoke night with the girls. There's like tables. There's at least, I'm going to say, 4 tables of groups of 6 women in their sort of mid to late 50s. They love us because you know how that kind of generation of woman loves a gay man, like a visibly gay man. So they're having a good time. You stridle up to the mic. It's your turn. You've been called up. It's karaoke. What song are we getting?
You're probably going to get a Beyonce song. Yeah,
Ooh,
you're probably going to
brave.
get a Beyonce song. I'm not too sure what song you'd get. You'd probably get just something absolutely a mess. You'd probably get something like Single Ladies because then I'd try and do the dance along with it as well.
Okay, yeah. So one where you can put on a show. You're not going to come out with Halo and try and do the runs.
Because then it's less pressure, you know?
Yeah. I've never seen anybody try and do Countdown and do the run that opens Countdown.
I always
in like
try and do that at home all the time. Boy,
oh, just talent. Just talent.
talent.
Do you, as a singer, this is my question. Do you find yourself sort of just singing all the time, or now that you just kind of know it and it's part of your like work, is it just like this is I don't really sing in my day-to-day life?
No, I sing all the time. Absolutely all the time. Like there's always a song in my head and I'm always singing around the house all the time. I walk down the street and I'm singing. Yeah, you'll never get me not singing, to be honest.
No. And now that you're masked up, do you find yourself singing out loud while you're walking down the street because you think nobody can notice?
So I definitely do that, but I get like my mask is quite small, so the mask ends up like falling, like either like lifting up or falling down, and then people can just see me anyway. But I like to think that I'm on stage with a mask and no one can see me, and I'm like giving it absolutely everything I've got.
I'm totally there with you. Honestly, my trips to Sainsbury's, I'm like, this is my 6th stop on my world tour. Get ready for
Yeah.
some moments. And people are just like, they're just in the vegetable aisle wanting me to get out of the way. And I'm like, no, like we're building up to the crescendo. The notes are
This is
coming.
my
Get into
time.
it. Thanks for buying a ticket. I love you all. Thank
I
you for
love
being
it.
A whole mess. A whole mess.
here.
Corey, I have a question for you actually.
Okay.
If you could do it with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be?
Brandy,
Oh, uh,
hands
oh.
down, the vocal
Please
Bible.
tell me you were like me and Dan when the verses was on. We were on. Listen.
Listen.
Oh,
Oh, what
my,
an absolutely incredible battle. And do you know what? It was the one that everybody was waiting for.
yeah,
Like Brandy and Monica together have just such a like gravitas and such a pull. As soon as everybody wants to see them. There's just something about them
yeah.
together, something about that song. Like it just transcends. It's beautiful.
Do you know what you want to hear something interesting? Do you want to know what my first Brandy album was? Have
Go
a
on.
guess. The one that was handed down to me was Brandy. But the first album I bought was Full Moon back
I
in
knew you were
2000.
going to say that.
Yeah, because that's the only thing I could afford on cassette. It was like $17, and I was like, "Oh, the cassette!"
Wow.
And I was living, and then my mom was like, Monica is better than Brandy," and I was like, "No." And then here was the worst thing, right? My mother, Rose, I know you're listening, but I'm gonna read you anyway. My mother says that Keisha Cole is better than Brandy, and we had a massive argument. And I still, up to this day, hold that to her. I was like, Keisha Cole versus Brandy? No, bitch. Mm-mm. No, ma'am.
Nope.
A read.
Sorry.
So
No
sorry,
disrespect.
Rose. Sorry,
No
Rose. I'm reading you on the
But
internet.
it's a no from me.
Yeah, it's a no for me. I'm just gonna turn my red chair back around. Amazing. So on the topic of Brandy, if like on your upcoming EP and stuff, if there was a Brandy song, like the classic Brandy songs that you could, do a live version of on your EP or tour, which would it be?
So do you know what? I've actually thought about this before anyway. So on my YouTube channel, I did a cover of "Say You Will" from the Aphrodisiac album.
Ooh,
And
cute.
what we did is we kind of stripped it back, and it started off with just piano, and then the strings came in, and then I had 2 backing vocalists as well. And I would love to just absolutely amplify that, like throw it out into the stratosphere and add so much to it, just in terms of more texture and layers and stuff. And I would absolutely love for that to be on my EP. I'd absolutely
Awesome.
love it. I'd love it.
Amazing. Well, if I don't have Who's She to You on the EP, we're not friends no more. And I want the recall version as well.
Imagine.
Oh God, yes. But Corey, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the 802. We look forward to seeing more of you, hearing more of you, seeing you on the interwebs, doing your thing. Just don't forget the small people when when we're at the merch stand and we're buying your stuff. Be like, oh, I don't know them. I was like, I want a discount. Oh,
I'll be like, Dan, hi, how are you? Nick, I don't know her.
Oh, I don't. This fucking podcast is always.
I like
leading
how
me.
you think that, Nick, you're not going to be working the merch stand while I'm backstage.
You know what?
I'm sorry. Our interviews often just devolve into me and Nick being shady to each other while our guest sits there and looks panicked.
Read. All
Truly.
I do is get read on this fucking podcast. All I do. Every episode from 1 to 21 is always me being read. What did I do? I just sit here and talk. I need to fucking make my own podcast.
No, you don't. You love it. Corey, it's been a genuine pleasure having us on. Please tell people where they can find you, where they can find all your latest stuff. We want to make sure that we are supporting what you're doing.
Thank
and we're
you
here for
so
it,
much. So much. So you can find me on all social channels. It's at Woseley __. So WOSELEY __. Aside from my YouTube channel, which will be either just Woseley or Woseley Music, and then www.woseleymusic.com.
Thank you for coming on the 802.
Thank you for having me, guys.
We look forward to one being in your latest music video as your video vixens. Very happy.
We're giving you Cock Destroyer realness as well.
Honestly, I will get an outfit from Pretty Little Thing. I will dress like Black China. You can make this work and happen. Okay?
We love to see it.
Okay.
Thanks, Corey.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Another week, another slay, another day. The 802 giving you radio life from tier 1 to tier 2 to tier 3 because we're all in motherfucking tiers. But guess what? We're keeping you entertained, in tune, and in focus.
And doing it every single week.
That song's really sexual. I feel like we should have I feel like we should start doing ASMR for 802 fans. I think they might like it. Do you think they'll be into it?
Knowing the freaks that listen to us, I think they're into anything.
Well, considering the kind of question we get asked on the back of the bus on a Friday, we have a lot of freaks that listen to this goddamn show. You know what's interesting? Before we go, why does every single time that every single episode about sex is the most listened to episode on this podcast? What is that about?
The girls, they love it. They love it. You freaks listening to this show every week hitting that play button wanted to hear about some kind of kinky mess. Do you understand how, because you like to listen about kinky mess stuff, we are never going to get a sponsor? Exactly. We're going to go into those meetings and be like, hey, so yeah, we're like a cool, queer, black podcast, get involved. And then they're going to listen and be like, oh yeah, and we also talk mostly about fisting. Matt and I ain't gonna want to be part of that.
And then we'll have a sponsor like gun oil or something, or spit.
Oh, that could be it. That could be a serve though. Ooh, sponsored by gun oil.
Ooh, that's a serve, honey.
I'm gonna send an email. Let me send an email.
See us all in leather with the gun oil poster. Hi, you want some gun oil? This is 802.
Yeah.
I'm here
for all your naughty bedroom needs.
Oh, God. So you could always find the 802 podcast at the 802 podcast on Twitter, and the 802 podcast on Instagram is always monitored by me and Danielle, living the dream. And you can find me nk.charles on Instagram, and you can find me at I am Nick Charles on Twitter.
You can find me at Dan James LDN on both Twitter and Instagram. That's the name of the other one. And you'll find us here every single Wednesday, every single Friday. And now, big news, big things.
Dun, dun, dun,
you can find us. If you don't like to listen on Spotify, if you don't like to listen on Apple Podcasts, if you don't like to listen on Google Podcasts or any of the other ones we're on, you can now find us on YouTube.
Yes.
We are there. At the moment, it's just old episodes of the 802. We're getting them up as quickly as we can. They'll all be there. So if you want to go back and listen, you can do that all on YouTube. Please subscribe for us. We would love you to do that. And keep a lookout because there might be some new YouTube-only content coming your way on the YouTube channel.
Also, do you also know we're also on TuneIn and iHeartRadio in America? That's something.
I didn't know that.
Yes, we are. So you can find the 802 podcast on TuneIn and on iHeartRadio, all the way streaming from the United States of America. Look at us. International boys living the dream. Honey, where's my check? Where's my check?
They're in the mail. I keep telling you they're in the mail. God. Right, let's get out of here.
All right, let's get out of here. All right, we'll see you guys
soon. See you on
Friday.
Bye.
Bye.